Friends, let me tell you something. There is a difference in being bothered and being burdened. I'm afraid that many followers of Jesus today, you're bothered by the fact that there are people in your life that don't know Christ. We are bothered by the fact that there are people in our lives that don't know Christ, but we may not be burdened for them. What's the difference, Nathan? When you're bothered, you can sleep at night. When you're burdened, you have to do something about it. Charles Spurgeon, one of the greatest theologians and pastors and preachers that history's ever known, pastored the great Metropolitan Tabernacle. He gave these two quotes to his church. And I want you to listen to these quotes, and I want you to listen to the heartbeat of a man that wasn't bothered by lostness. He was burdened by lostness. And I want you to let this be the litmus test in your life and the litmus test of this church. Listen to these. He says this: the fact is, brethren, we must have conversion work here. We cannot go on as some churches do without converts. We cannot. We will not. We must not. We dare not. Souls must be converted here. And if there might not be many born to Christ, may the Lord grant to me that I may sleep in the tomb and be heard no more. Better indeed for us to die than to live if souls not be saved. Sagemont, one of the greatest preachers in the history of the world, is simply saying, if my life is not being used to show people the grace of God and the gospel of Jesus, then may God grant to me that I sleep in the tomb. Charles Spurgeon, the Prince of Preachers, says, it's better for me to die than to live if souls not be saved. He says this to his church in the context of the church. Church, this has to be a place where people are saved. This has to be a place where the broken can come to know the wholeness of the gospel of Jesus Christ. This has got to be a place where broken people come to know Jesus. And if that not be the case, listen to what he says: better indeed for us to die than to live if souls not be saved. Sagemont, I don't mean to be so bold this morning. You got an incredible facility, incredible church. But it would be better to shut it down rather than just meet together and not see the gospel go forth. The gospel is of such significance that you've got to be, even in this time of transition, re-energized, reinvigorated to take the gospel to Houston and beyond, re-energized, refocused, that souls must be saved here. Listen to this second quote. If sinners will be damned, at least let them leap to hell over our bodies. If they will perish, let them perish with our arms about their knees, imploring them to stay. If hell must be filled, at least let it be filled with the teeth of our exertions, and let no one go there unwarned and unprayed for. Friends, this is the heart of a man who was broken for lost people and burdened for lost people. It wasn't business as usual. He was broken and burdened.